it do? What it do? It's hot, this motherfucker. It's your boy Bennett. I'm gonna let Jamal introduce everybody. Go ahead, Jamal. All right, kick it
Yo,
off.
what's happening, man? Yo, it's your boy Jamal. As always, coming on here Tuesday and Thursdays, like today, we're doing a special edition of the Sports Fans Podcast. So, starting off, like I said, I'm your boy Jamal. And then you got my boy right here to my left, my boy Bandit. What
Big
up,
Bandit.
man?
What up, though?
What up, what up? And also, we got somebody joining here also, too. We got my boy down below, my boy Richie Rich. What's good, man?
What up, though, man?
Same old, man. We
Oh,
here to
really?
talk.
You gonna make me go put my shirt on, Bandit? I just realized that.
When it's time for war, I gotta put the Buckeye on. You feel me?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's why we're ending the show with that too, bro. I'll let you know that too.
Let's
All right,
get it, man.
for the show.
Let's get it, man.
Just get it. All right, I got a couple of topics for today. We're gonna do a couple quick topics. You feel me? Before we can get ready to watch this Indiana versus New York game 5.
Five.
Game 5.
Five.
All right, well, start off with that. Yeah. Can the Knicks come back from this 3-1 deficit? Your mom will talk. You can start with you first.
I think they can win tonight. I think they're going to go off adrenaline and win tonight. But I'm going to say this. Indiana's not going to give it to them. But Indiana's going to take their foot off the gas a little bit, I think, a little bit tonight. Because they might want to go ahead and just end this at home. I wouldn't put that past them. But I'll say this. If the Knicks, if this game is close, going to like mid to the end of the third quarter, and let's say the Knicks are up by, let's say up by like 8, Indiana's taking them out because because if you're the Knicks, you better blow them out. Be like, hell no, y'all not ending this on my home court. If y'all gonna beat us, y'all better beat us on y'all home court. If this game is close, going in from the mid to the end of the third quarter, Indiana's saying, nah, fuck this. Let's end this right now. So can they come back in the series? That's asking a long. That's a long shot. I would say if this game goes 7, yes, but that's a long shot to do so, man. Because you don't know who the score is going to be. You don't know who the leading scorer might be. It might be Pascal Siakam for them. It might be Halliburton from them. It might be Nemhart from them. It might be Homeboy who was hitting all them damn threes in game 1 from them. Hell, it might even be Obi Toppin. We do not know who the main guy for Indiana is. They don't have a like too many great players. They have a lot of really good players and a
Yeah,
lot of really good.
they're
Yeah,
definitely really good, Jamal.
that's what I'm saying. They have a lot of really good players who can play some ball. Every last one of their starters is averaging in double figures, scoring over 10 or 11 points per game. Come on now. A lot of teams in the playoffs can't even say that. You have like 3 or 4 guys scoring like 20 points, and everybody scoring like 8 or 9 or 10. These guys, some more scoring like 10, 12, 15, 28, 24. Come on now. And then you got a couple guys off the bench who are doing the same thing too. All them damn guys who are very good. Ball them up into one big fist, gonna knock you out. Can knock you out easily.
I'm
So,
gonna give
but
you all my
fantasy,
point. I'm gonna
so
let Rich get his. I think Indiana must win this game tonight because you got the Western Conference champions over there sitting there resting. You can't have them sit there and just getting rested. You feel me before the playoffs. So I think Indiana need to knock New York out tonight. That's what I think. I don't know where Rich go.
So,
You are.
2 things. One, Indiana has 2 aces. One, Siakam. He don't want to chip with Toronto.
Yes, he did.
So kind
hmm
of like what Jamal was saying, Siakam knows you can't let these teams hang around. When you smell blood, you got to take them out.
Like a
So
shark
I
in the
think
water.
hmm
so. That's one. 2, how about that boy Nemhard, man? Man, he
Baller.
just shows up in big games. Like if you look at his stats, like he's nothing spectacular, but compared to regular season and playoff, they show up. like remember Jamal? That's how he got hit last year, right? In the
Right.
playoffs, dude. When the playoffs come, he steps his game up, and I've always said that I'm not. I don't give a damn what you do in a regular season. When the game's on the line, what do you give me? That's when I want to depend on you. That's why Malik Beasley, I'm out. Because when we needed you in the playoffs, you were nothing. And you're only a one-trick pony. So if your shot's off, I ain't got no use for you. But Nemhard, who's just a role player, but he steps his game up in the playoffs.
Yes, he do. Absolutely.
And let's look at it like this also. Halliburton is playing with probably the biggest chip of these whole playoffs. Not only you kicked his dad out, which honestly I would have kicked him out too. If I was Giannis, I would have beat his ass right on the court. You gonna come in my face after I just lost the game and gonna start talking your shit? Hell no. I'd have been like, who this mother? Yeah, I'd have been suspended for the first 10 games in this game. There's no way some fan is gonna come on the court talking all that shit, man. If I'd have mean mugged his ass, man, he's gonna get your stupid ass off. I don't care who daddy you is. No. So that's number one. Number two, your peers, the people you play against and maybe with, say that you were the most overrated player in the NBA. You don't think that's been playing through his head this whole postseason, saying like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck y'all up now. Y'all say I'm overrated? Yeah, let me show y'all something up. Let me show y'all overrated now. Yeah, I bet you they won't say that again. That's
That's,
what they doing.
that's
So
the worst thing.
I'm gonna go off the question you asked last week. Is he the new face of the East?
No.
No, no, man, no.
Come
You, you
on,
still,
man.
you
Man
no,
been
man.
balling. I mean, he ain't Jason Tatum, but that man been balling. Step back
Okay,
there.
you just answer your own question. He ain't Jason Tatum. He ain't shit.
He ain't Cam
He ain't
Jalen Brown.
he ain't Jalen Brown. He ain't Giannis. No, no. I mean, he's a great player. He ain't overrated. I tell you that much. I don't know who the fuck said that mess. Whoever. I mean, well, his own peers said that, but it it's people who do these voting for the so stupid shit like this is like the people who do the voting for who's getting into the baseball Hall of Fame, and one guy is gonna get, and one guy is automatic, but you got one voter who gonna be like, no, I'm not putting him in just for GP. No, if you say he's overrated and stuff like that, put a face behind it. And be like, why you say he's overrated? Cool. If you voted that, stand behind it. I'm just
The,
saying.
the worst thing you can do as a player is give motivation to your opponent. So even though, like Jamal said, that there's no faces, you still know it's somebody, it's your peers saying you ain't shit. So that's
Right.
gonna make you play more because you want to prove a point. That's like
Right.
I've been hearing things about it was a interview with Magic Johnson. He talked about when they had the Dream Team and Chuck
hmm
Daly separated them from the East to the West, and they were like hanging on. And Magic told Jordan, "You better have your Air Jordan this today." He said Jordan freaking killed him. You never give a player as an opponent
Extra motivation.
ammunition, man.
Because
If
yeah,
they're good, if they're good, because if you're just a shitty player, it don't matter, right? But if you're a good player, a starter, like that's motivation that they don't need.
right. I mean, come on now. They wouldn't have named this guy to like the Olympic team if he was good. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't play a huge part in the whole thing, they
They
wouldn't have
didn't
put him
play a
there.
part. They ain't play no part at all. He just had won the goddamn NBA championship. They didn't give him nothing.
Right. Right. Now let's say, okay, do I think this series, or do I think Indiana will be playing this way if it was Boston in the series? Let's say Jason Tatum doesn't get hurt and it's Boston versus Indiana. Do I think Indiana probably will be up in this series, or will probably be a lot closer? I think so. Because we know Boston still lives and dies by the three. Yeah, I know Bandit, that's your team, but they live and die by the three, man. And this game, You got guys who are, like Halliburton, Nimhard, Siakam, Turner. They're like, okay, fuck it. We're not gonna. I mean, if you're gonna give us these 2 pointers, these short mid range jumpers, hell, I'll take them. Look how SGA won the MVP. Mid range jumpers, go into the hole. He ain't got to shoot that many threes. He just if it's there, it's there. That's what it is. So, but yeah, but back to the question: Halliburton, new face of the East? No, I think he's like top five, but he's not the biggest face of the Eastern Conference. No,
So if they
no,
go to the NBA Finals and win the NBA championship, he's not the face of the East.
no,
No.
no.
So let me give you an example. And I'm not trying to. I'm just. This is a quick example.
It's all
The
good, man.
04, the '04 Pistons. They won a championship, but none of them were necessarily the face, and they got Hall of Famer. They were just a good team that played good together, and that is true. You don't have to have a great player or a face if you're a good team, right? So the vice versa is that why is there teams that are loaded but they're not good teams, right, Jamal?
Bad
Right.
team chemistry.
They got all the players, all the contracts, but they don't play good together.
And you know what? Now that you mentioned that team, this team, the Indiana Pacers, they reminded me. That's who I was trying to figure what team they remind me of. You just hit it. They remind me of that Pistons squad. You know, except except all five guys could score. With y'all Pistons and stuff, they had. I mean, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Ben Wallace was a liability on offense, but y'all knew that. But
But you could throw the
yeah,
lobs, though. But yeah, you're right.
if Ben Wallace scores you 8 to 10 points, that's a win. So, but this team reminds me somewhat of that. You know who the main guy is. Indiana has Halliburton. Y'all had Chauncey Billups. You know, deep. You have a guy who can shoot the mid range jumper with Rip Hamilton. This guy, you got Pascal Siakam.
No, see,
You
I
got.
would reverse it. So I like your point guard.
Hmm.
I'll go with that. Siakam reminds me of Rashid because they're
There
both
you go.
great
Okay, okay,
players,
okay. Yeah, you're right.
but they're not selfish. Like you don't necessarily have to run plays. You know what I mean? And they could take over games when you need them to, but you don't have to go to them every single possession. Does that make sense, Jamal?
That makes sense.
And Rip Hamilton would
That's
be like,
hard.
uh, I don't know. It's hard because he's like a Reggie Miller. I mean, they're carbon copies. When you hear them talk about when they guarded each other, Indiana really don't have that. But Tayshaun Prince is like Naismith,
Nate Smith. Yeah.
right? They can score. They can play defense. Both long, handle the ball a little bit. So I can see where Obi Toppin you could compare to Corliss Williamson. Come off the bench, get some points. So I see where you're going with that.
It's a bit of a comparison to them because they fed off defense. You have a guy who knows basketball and coaching. We forget about the coaching. Rick Carlisle's been there before. He's been there, done that.
Yes, he has.
So he knows what it takes to get to the mountaintop. Come on, he did it with the what was it, the Dallas Maverick with Dirk
Yeah.
when he took out LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh and the Miami Heat. Oh yeah, so he knows what it takes.
He coached them Pistons before Larry Brown came.
Yes, he did.
If
Back
y'all
when they
don't
were
know
in the
why,
teal colors.
if y'all don't know why I got the towel on my head, it's because Rich keep talking about my hairline. So I should get that out there right now, man. For real. But let's talk about the
I
boys
thought
that
you
did.
were trying to be Osama bin Bandit.
Oh, hey, shout out to my R.I.P. Mo 3. You feel me? But let's talk about the people that did win the Western Conference championship. OKC is headed to the finals, man. They've been blowing teams out in the playoffs, man. Like it seems like they've been playing high school teams, man. So, do you think they just got to run away to the championship right now? Let's start with you first, Rich.
I think Indiana matches up with them the best. Um, Jamal hit it on the head. Indiana's got depth. You know what I'm saying? So and they got Siakam,
OKC been running their rotation like 9, 10 deep too.
Yes, they
right?
have.
But
Yeah.
I also think it cannot be understated. Siakam has won a chip. That matters. When you have vets that won a chip, they kind of know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? They're going to help the young guys because both of these teams, they are fairly young.
They are young. They all young.
You know, even SGA's young. People don't
They,
realize. I seen a thing today. If you compare SGA and Cade Cunningham, Cade is actually ahead right now at that age. But you know, and I'm not trying to lowball SGA because he's a good player.
Yeah, all right.
So, and he does his
Yeah, all right.
you know, but SGA a big guard too.
Yeah, he a big boy, man. He's skinny, but
You
he a big
know,
boy.
and that's the thing too. They don't technically have a point guard. SGA plays the point guard as far as when he's announced, but they got Jalen Williams who can handle the rock. They got SGA, Casey Wallace, who else?
yeah. Chet,
Chet Holmgren can handle the ball a little bit. Uh,
Dart.
Dort, yeah, I
Yep.
mean, so that's an advantage, man. And Indianapolis kind of the same way too, right? You got Halliburton as your main guy. Nemhard can handle a little bit. Siakam can handle a little bit. You know, so I mean, I think it's going to be I think it will be a good series.
Nate the Great, man. What's up, man?
What's good,
Can you
man?
hear me?
How you
What's
been, man?
good?
Nate, can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear it?
Nate, can you hear us?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can, but I can't hear you in my headset. So give me a
Okay.
second. Let me try to get in. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Fair
Come
enough.
on.
Yo, okay. Okay.
I want to ask Nate about them New York Knicks. Is he a New York Knicks fan? So we're gonna get his thoughts.
Oh boy. We'll go back to okay. Um
My magic get it going though.
OKC has been doing this job. They're the number one. They have been the only team who has been like a high seed who has been handling business. They're like, fuck this. We're the number one seed, damn it. You're not beating us. And they coming through here and they make a show. They did it from opening jump. They're like, nah, we taking care of business here. Y'all not beating us. You know, but this ain't we ain't to the Lakers. We ain't gonna be the Houston Rockets. We ain't gonna be the Cleveland Cavaliers. We ain't gonna be the Boston Celtics. Nah, we ain't gonna be none of them teams. We the number one seeded team in the NBA for a reason. Remember all season it was going back and forth. Who's gonna get the top overall number one seed? It was between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder have been that one team that has stayed consistent throughout the whole season, and they ain't let up. They took it right into the postseason, and now they took the Western Conference. Now they got 4 more wins. So, do I think it's gonna be a great NBA Finals? You know what I'm saying? If they play the Pacers, because
Is it
I
gonna go
think the
7 games?
Pacers.
Is it gonna go 7 games?
Oh no, I'm going OKC to 6. It's not going 7. Mm-mm. They're not doing that to themselves. They're like, nah. Because I think with OKC, with the momentum they have, and they don't want it to get it to the point where it's like, okay, we did all this work just to lose and just for this to go in 7 games. No, they want to get this done and get this over with as quickly as they possibly can. I think they're going to try to take. I think they're going to try to run them out of the building in game 1 and 2, and then probably game 3. They'll probably give that one. They'll probably lose that one. Game 4, they'll win. Game 5, yeah, they'll win this. They're going to get this over as quickly as they possibly can. So they want to be known as like, listen, we dominated the playoffs and and hardly anybody beat us. They want to
Nate, can
leave
you
their
hear us?
mark.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can you hear me
All
now?
right. Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you,
Okay,
man.
cool.
Yes.
All right. Before we get your thoughts about the OKC headed to the Western Conference, I gotta ask you, man. Your boys, can the Knicks come back, man, and win this series?
It's gonna be hard, man. I mean, Cat's banged up. Brunson looks just exhausted and tanked. I mean, I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, but it's gonna be hard. I don't have the Knicks winning tonight because I think that they're just exhausted and just done. I think the Pacers smell blood and they're gonna come out probably pretty balls to the wall early, and I think they're gonna put them away early.
What do you think has been the downfall on why Brunson is so exhausted, and why this series has been the Pacers up 3 games? Why is this series 3 games to 1 Pacers and not like
Well,
2-2?
Well, the first game was an anomaly. I mean, come on, you blew that. You look at the odds in that game. It was like 1,000 to something to zero to lose a game like that. So I consider that something that you never see, which you really don't. Um, really, it's just that the Knicks never have played their pace. They've always played the Pacers' pace, and the thing is that I've said this multiple times. They need to make Halliburton a scorer. They're not. They're allowing him to assist and score, and therefore he's killing them in both ways. If you make him a scorer, I'm okay with him scoring 25 or 30 points because that means everybody else is not scoring. You know, and so why Tibbs hasn't done that, why he hasn't blitzed him, why they don't even try to go at him on defense. I don't understand why. Like you make his job so easy, and so because of that, he's just played really well. And the Knicks have been there; they've played decent. The problem is that they just it's just hit or miss. Like one day Cat's really good, the next day he's bad. Brunson's been pedestrian this whole series. Like I don't know. There's just it's
With Brunson,
frustrating.
with Brunson, it depends on who's guarding him, who's guarding him. Because if Nemhard's guarding him, that's barbecue chicken all day, every day.
Yeah.
Because he can get
Even
in with Cat.
even yeah, even Neesmith. I don't. I mean, Neesmith's decent, but I just think Brunson's like he's also hurt too, man. His ankle's been rolled over so many times that that takes a lot out of you, man. And on top of that, he's having to do everything. Like they don't have anybody else initiate the offense, and Cat gets in foul trouble, and he's hit or miss sometimes. It's
Here's
a,
my
it's a
That,
lot.
problem.
that's New York's problem. So
Right.
you ain't got another ball handler, facilitator, and or no one else to just go get a bucket without Brunson getting it to them. Not to
Well,
mention
Well,
he's getting
You had Cat that one game who literally was just on fire that one game,
right.
but
Like I
I
said,
hate his
who's
shot, man. I hate
but
Cat's
like
shot.
I said, who's got to get Cat the ball? Brunson. That is
not
my point.
necessarily. Cat can score off the dribble himself. The thing is really what it comes down to with the Knicks is the defense. The defense has been a bad all season. Like if you follow Knicks basketball, we've probably one of the worst defensive teams all year, and that's shocking for a Tom Thibodeau type of
Edge, I was
coach.
about to just say that too.
But I will throw this out to you. The last time Tom Thibodeau had Cat on his team, they had one of the worst defenses in the playoffs, and they had one of the best offenses in the playoffs, and they got swept. So the thing is that he's already had Cat before, and it didn't work, and now he's got Cat again. And quite frankly, I think that Tibbs is probably done because
Wow.
I think that the fact is that when you're a defensive coach and your team's that bad defensively, that's not good
No,
because offensively you're not even good. You're sporadic at times, and so I think that they need to they need to get a new voice. I
And
think,
that's
and the fact is he doesn't play his young players. He doesn't play a deeper rotation. He's stuck in his ways. Really pisses me off because you look at all the teams left in the playoffs. They all are deep. They all play about 10 guys, and New York's the only team that refuses to do that. They
let's
just
put it like
recently
this.
done it.
Yeah, had Jalen Brunson not got into foul trouble in Game 3,
Hmm.
Who knows what'll happen? Would Cat have gotten as many shots as he did? Probably not.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I got you.
But
and that's another thing too is they don't play well together. That's the frustrating part is that they're a minus 24 on the court in the series. That's insane. Your two top players aren't even a plus in the series. That's embarrassing.
Because they're taking the most shots too. So
Yeah.
I
Rich, your
mean,
thoughts?
that, but like I said, Nate, before when we were playing you guys,
Mm-hmm.
New York has too many good defensive players to be that shitty defensively.
Well, but you look at their weaknesses. The point guard and the center are the two biggest weaknesses on defense. You can't have that in the NBA. Your first line of defense can't be your worst, and your last line of defense can't be your worst.
But it didn't
Like
get any better when they put Mitchell Robinson in the starting lineup either. They
well,
still lost.
Mitch helps a little bit, but again, your first line of defense is if that's your worst, you got problems, man. Because every time you're putting more pressure on your bigs to stop the guy at the rim. Let's be honest, Mitchell Robinson is a shell of himself. If you watch Mitchell Robinson when he was a rookie, the guy was jumping out of the fucking building. He was going crazy.
Yeah, but
Now,
Brunson
he hobbles a lot.
Brunson is not your first line of defense though, because they hide him because they either put Bridges
or
or
Josh
OG.
Hart or
OG.
Josh Hart.
Josh Hartman
Well,
coming off the bench.
Oh yeah, Josh
either
Hart come off the bench. Yeah.
either way, it doesn't matter. He's still on the defense. You still got to go against him on the defense, and it's still going to be a turnstile. If you play basketball, you got somebody who can't guard somebody, you're gonna have to compensate for that other person. So therefore, you're definitely having to do other stuff outside of what you're supposed to do. It just that's what happens when you have bad defenders, and it happens. The Knicks have two really bad defenders, and you have to compensate for those two guys. Usually, it's only one. Now you got to do two. Look at LA. The same problem with Luka and LeBron. I mean, at LeBron at 40 and Luka at freaking 26 years old can't guard their own shadow. And that's why Ann Edwards like literally went off on them because it was too easy. Like you've got to put
Or
forth effort. You got to play
All right,
defense.
I'm gonna ask everybody this question because we got like 30 minutes left and we ain't gonna sit here and talk about the Knicks all night. Appreciate you,
Yeah.
Nate, coming. But
No, you're good.
so is it over tonight, Nate? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's over tonight.
Rich, is it over tonight? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Jamal, you said.
no.
No.
I think the Knicks got one more in them.
Oh,
Hey, you see how big? Hey, you see how big Nate smiled when you said that? He was like, "We got a chance."
No, well,
Hey, he said you believe in my team more than I do.
It's
Yeah.
not. No, it's not that, man. I'm so tired, dude. Like this series has just been a drain. Like it started with really high hopes, and then game one happened, and then game two happened, and then you get excited for game three, and then you go back down to game four. It's just been an emotional roller coaster. My team is banged up. Our players are hurting.
But you know what? But this is what Indiana's doing. They've been doing this to all the teams in the postseason. They're doing it to y'all. They did it to my Cavaliers. They did it to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
Whenever they score, they don't go back across half court line to set up their defense.
Hey, full
Nope,
court
they're
press.
right. That full court press all game long. So that's why Brunson. That's why players like Brunson and Giannis and Hart and Mitchell and those guys like that. That's why they had to work so hard just to
Right.
score a damn bucket because they are in your face from the moment they
Yeah.
score the ball
No,
till
they're
till
a very
anything.
tough team. They're a very tough team, and I give them a lot of credit because they can throw a lot of bodies at Brunson. The Thunder threw a lot of bodies at Ann Edwards.
All right.
When you can throw the best bodies at your best players, it makes it harder.
All right. Next topic. So once again, back to OKC. They headed to the NBA Finals. They've been blowing everybody out in the playoffs. It's been not even no little bit of competition. They let that team win a game for their fans, and they come back and spank their ass and kick them off the court. So, do you feel they just got a runaway path? We all saying the Pacers are going to make the NBA Finals. Do they got an easy path to NBA Finals? Start with you, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. I actually think that the Pacers will probably get swept. The Thunder are. The Thunder are. Here's the thing: the Thunder are so good that even when they play bad, they're still better than most teams. Like they hit you in waves, like literally waves. Like this is like a college team is the best comparison. When they're on, they're on. When they're off, they're really off. But the problem is that as good as Indiana has played, their defense is bad too. It's just the Knicks' defense is worse. You know,
Rich.
like
My bad. Go ahead.
so that's why I say the Thunder will make easy of this. It'll be a sweep. It won't even be a finals, unfortunately. We've waited this long, and it's going to be a sweep. But go ahead.
So Nate saying it's gonna be a sweep. Rich. Okay, so he just handing the trophy now. Do you agree?
No. I think it goes 6 or 7.
What? Against the Thunder?
Indiana is good, man.
All they got to do is shut down Halliburton. That team is garbage.
I disagree with that.
Well, he's the head of the snake. You saw what they did to
I
Ant
disagree
Edwards.
with that.
You saw what they did with Ant Edwards.
We're gonna talk about Ant too.
Yeah, okay. But Minnesota don't have nobody else.
Well,
Randall, get off Julius Randall. Randall balled last night. He came out that second half. He played his ass off.
You know what? You know what? I would take Julius Randle over Pascal Siakam all day.
Oh my
Bullshit.
God!
Oh, you tripping. Now you
Get
tripping.
out of
Now you
here.
tripping.
No, because
Wait.
Randall's
We
been
ain't
an
gonna
all
say
NBA
that. We
player.
ain't gonna say
He's been an all NBA player. He's played well. Pascal Siakam is so hit or miss, man. He has one game where he scores 40, and the next game he scores like 15.
Julius Randall can only go left.
I get it. Pascal Siakam can only have a good game once in a while.
But go ahead, Rich. Tell us why you think it's gonna go 7 games, and let us know who you got. You know, so if it is Indiana.
Hold on a second.
Rich doing some research. I'm gonna pass it to Jamal. I know what he's doing. He about to hit you with some stats. But go ahead, Jamal.
Look at here.
Do they got
I think this
path to the NBA Finals?
if they're playing, if OKC is playing the New York Knicks, yes. Because who's going to stay in front and guard SGA? They're going to go ahead and they're going to probably do the same thing they're doing in this series and stuff. SGA is not a 3-point shooter. He's going to get right and shoot that mid-range jumper and score it every time. Why? Because unfortunately, the way the game is being played right now, everybody wants to guard that 3-point line. So they're like, okay, well, fuck it. If you're going to leave me this easy-ass 2-pointer, or this easy-ass layup, I'm going to take it.
And they got the best defense in the NBA versus the 3-point shot too.
Exactly.
So,
that's why I'm saying it's going to be a sweep because what advantage does the Pacers have over the Thunder?
the Pacers ain't a big 3-point team though either though.
All right, so
Oh,
here.
Go ahead, Rich.
But they're streaky though.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely.
That's the one. That's the thing about it. If the Pacers are hitting from 3, you look out. Nemhard's hitting from 3.
Mm-hmm.
Halliburton's hitting from 3. Any of them are hitting from 3.
But the thing, you could say the same thing about the Thunder. If all the Thunder are hitting their shots, they ain't nobody touching the Thunder.
But that's what I'm saying. But they don't rely on the 3-point shot. That's what I'm saying.
They can score all kinds of ways. Yeah,
Right. I got the Thunder winning, and I got the Thunder winning either. I mean, I got the Thunder winning. If they're playing the Knicks, they're winning. I'm gonna say a gentleman's sweep. I'm gonna be nice and say a gentleman's sweep in that one. But if they're playing the Pacers, I got them in 6. There's no way in the hell There's no way OKC is letting this game go 7. Either team goes 7.
How do you even?
No.
How do you guys even think it's gonna go 6 or 7? I mean,
Because I think that go ahead, Rich.
Oh, I'm itching to get in because I want to prove my point. So Julius Randle had less than 10 points twice.
Yeah.
It did too.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam versus y'all is shooting over 50%.
Yeah. Remember how bad our defense is?
17,
Did I mention that?
17, 39, 17, and 30.
Okay.
That boy getting buckets, bro.
Is he gonna do that against a Chet Holmgren and a Isaiah Hartenstein? No, he's not.
Why not?
Because they're 7-foot guys, and Pascal Siakam's only like 6'9". And
He
he's
can
not
still
really
drive. He can still shoot. He can
That's
move
a
without
lot
the
of-
ball. Come
The
on.
only thing,
Ask Nas Reed. Ask Nas Reed how he's fared against this.
the only
Thunder
thing that could
defense.
pop, the only thing
Nas
that
Reed
could
and Pascal Siakam, come on.
The only thing that could
Above
probably,
board.
the only thing that Siakam can do to make his stats worthy of stuff is that if he drives to the ball against either one of those guys, get him in foul trouble. Get him in foul trouble. That's the
I'm telling
only thing that's gonna happen.
I'm telling you right now that Thunder will take the ball out of will either make Halliburton a passer and completely shut him down as a shooter, or they will make him a shooter and shut everybody else down.
He just
Like,
had a
they
perfect game. No turnovers.
Against a bad defense. I keep telling
Hey,
you, our defense is not
understand what
good.
you're saying.
Our defense is trash, man. If our defense was good, it'd be a whole different series, man. We can't stop a cold.
So,
Like,
Rich,
Yeah, you got Nemhard.
You're not depending on Nemhart to do anything, man. He gonna get you. Nemhart's gonna get you at least like 12 between 12 and 16 points. No more, no less than that one, man.
I'm saying he can facilitate though.
I'm not going that far. I think he's a guy who's going to drive the ball and he'll come off. Think about it. The Pacers, their whole game plan runs off pick and roll. That's all it is. You come off the screen, pick and roll, Miles Turner right there. If Turner don't have it, when Turner gets the ball going to the hole, if somebody's right there, they'll kick it out to Pascal. Then Pascal will kick it out to Halliburton. Halliburton will probably kick it back out to Nemhart. Nemhart shoots the three. Boom. Now full court defense. That's their game plan. That's it. That's the game plan they've been doing all series against in the playoffs all series long.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing too, that I would argue that the Thunder have the top 3 best players out of both teams. Like they have SGA, J Dub, and Chet Holmgren. I would take all 3 of those dudes over Pascal Siakam and all the other players.
No.
Like
Rich,
those
if you
dudes,
was to-
those
if
dudes
you was
are
to put
just
them,
scratching the surface.
you talking about if they was to put you was to put them in order for the NBA Finals?
If you ask me, give me the top 5 players in this series, I would put all 3 of those over.
No.
SGA is number SGA is number 1. That's a given.
Yes.
Holmgren be number 2, and then it'd be
No.
Allenberg.
No.
I would say J Dub or Hallenberg if you want to argue
Chet
3.
Holmgren's problem, he's too light in the ass.
It don't matter. The guy can shoot and he can block shots, dude. Have you seen him?
That is true.
But
He
he
is
can't
kicking
guard
ass.
bigger guys. He cannot.
He don't
guard
have to. He
bigger
can block shots at the rim and he can shoot the
Who you
three.
gonna put? So who's okay? So when Chet Holmgren? Okay, so who is Chet Holmgren going to end up guarding in the finals anyway?
Probably
He's gonna guard.
Pascal, yeah.
I think Pascal gonna eat, but I think Pascal
I don't know
gonna
about that, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, Pascal might get by him, but Chet's got
I think so,
legs to
I
get
think
back
so,
on
too.
and block the shots.
Rich, we gonna get to who you do the OKC got an easy path to the championship if they play Indiana Pacers, and then we gonna get to the next topic because 20 minutes game we try to get this done before the game started, baby. I'm trying to get my time down. You feel me?
You good, man? You good, man?
The host
Go ahead,
I
Rich.
like watching the game and podding at the same time.
I don't, because
I'm
I'm talking to pay attention. Go ahead, Rich. You got a minute. Go.
What do you want me to shoot off on?
Who's your how many games and why?
I already said.
Right.
I was just
Why
trying to
is
make
it
sure you
gonna
got
go
your
6 or
screen time.
7?
I was just trying to make sure you got your screen time. That's it.
No, I'm gonna say it's 6 and 7. Indiana's got depth.
So does Oklahoma City. A lot of it.
That's what I said. It's
More.
just so both teams.
Wow.
Y'all know I'm the live wire. You feel me? I got Indiana
Indiana's
winning
got a
the 7.
player that hasn't even got off yet.
Oh,
I said
Neil,
it
you're
first.
smoking something.
They
You're
got
smoking.
Ben Mathurin, who hasn't even got
He's
going.
been
yet.
doing
Rolled
that,
up
man.
yet. I ain't even rolled up.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Everything that
Yes, I
y'all are
did.
saying, you do know that Oklahoma City has some of the best defensive stats ever in the history of the NBA.
That they do.
No,
Absolutely.
they don't.
Yes, they do.
There is.
Let me introduce you to the 04 Pistons. Talk to me later.
Oh my gosh.
The
What?
pace.
They're not better than that team. I'm sorry.
Oklahoma
But they got some of the stats as the best team. We just need the best.
Oklahoma City has won every game by an average score of 13 points. which is the
That is
highest,
crazy.
which is the
Pistons
highest.
have only given up 70.
Which is the highest in NBA history. Better than
Man,
that better than that '04 Pistons team. Better than that 2000-2001 Lakers team. Better than the 72-73 Milwaukee Bucks team. Better than the 72 Lakers team. Trust me, they know how to play defense. When they get you down, they're going to keep you down.
They
So
were
better
not
than
better than that Pistons
and
defense.
they
I
are
promise
going and they are going to like you see what the Pacers are doing to Jalen Brunson right now. Halliburton's going to get that same treatment against the Thunder. They're going
they're
to throw
making them
Casey
work.
Wallace. They're going to throw
and the Pacers
Anthony
gonna make them work
Caruso.
too because they do
They're going
four
to throw
quarters.
Hey,
Lou
yes, I'm
Dort.
saying
It's gonna be a
that's
defensive battle.
yes.
Defensive battle. All right, let's get to
you.
our
Let me
next topic.
back up my point.
Go ahead,
That
back it up,
Pistons
Rich.
team
Back it
only
up.
gave up 80 points a game. The Thunder are not doing that.
Well,
The
no team's doing
Pistons
that right
had
now.
a 92 defensive rating, the best of all time. That team was
And
they
he ain't
held
playing. When he throw his phone, he ain't playing.
they
But
held
also,
Kobe Bryant and Shaq
but also,
in a
too,
gentleman's suite.
Gentlemen,
to
sweet.
rebuke what you're saying, is that they had a good starting five that played defense. The Oklahoma City's whole team plays good defense.
Do you not know who
Literally.
Lindsey Hunter is?
There is not.
All right.
There is
You
not.
not know
there
who
is
Lindsey
not.
Hunter is?
Okay,
Like,
fine. But there is not one weakness on that defense in Oklahoma City. There's not one weak link. They all
There ain't none of it. We gave up 80 points per game, Nate. That has never been done.
all right,
Yeah, but
all right.
Switch it.
all right. Brr, flag on the play. All right, we're gonna save that conversation for another day.
why are we
No,
talking
let me
football?
get at it, man.
No,
I'm trying
because we gonna be on time today. I'm working on my timing. We're gonna get the timing right. Because if the
Why are
timing
we
right,
just talking
everything will be
basketball?
all right.
Who cares about football? We're not even in football time right now.
Oh no, don't do that.
Lions ain't
Do
won
it so-
shit anyways.
What you asking me about Sal?
Uh-oh.
You asking me about my Sal?
No, you
Yes,
good.
about
Come on.
My
Next
hero.
topic.
All right.
Come on.
Oh, the next one's for you, Jamal. I'm putting you on the screen, big screen. Jamal, what is going on, bruh? What's going on? You don't know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about? As a New England Patriots fan, you don't know what I'm talking about?
I know what's
Boats
going
and
on.
hoes, Jamal. Boats and hoes. What is going on?
It's
What's going on,
OTA.
boats and hoes?
Both
It's
of those.
it's OTAs, man. It's OTAs, man. He's not guaranteed to be there, stuff like that. That's 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 what it is and stuff like that. I mean, he's having fun. Let me finish. He's having his fun and stuff like that. Now, I hope he ain't stupid enough to do no coke. I hope he
Yeah,
ain't
that
crazy
Diddy
enough to do
powder.
that.
That was that Diddy powder. What you mean?
That's
Yeah,
what
that
I said.
Diddy
I hope
powder on the boat.
he like can't even pass out coke for hoes on a boat no more. This league is soft. I hope he ain't doing. I hope he ain't doing no stupid shit like that, man. 'Cause that's the last thing we need, man.
I'm gonna say this, okay? Like, come on, bro. What are you doing, man? Like,
Why
who
you got the
cares?
hoes
Like,
ignoring you, bro?
you
Call
want-
me
you
Big
wanna-
Daddy.
you
Sound
wanna
like
have
Diddy. Call
fun.
me Big Daddy.
Listen, you want to have fun. You want to do coke on a boat. That's fine, man.
Oh, the boat.
Why the
Oh,
hell
the boat.
you show a video of that? And you know
That,
there's no.
it's exactly my point too. Like, dude, you
Where are you, bro? Like, come on.
like right, like you know, cameras are going to be everywhere, and they're going to
Everywhere.
think about it. You can't do nowadays. You can't. No celebrity, whether you're in athletics or whether you're in entertainment, there's a camera on you everywhere. You whoever was the first thing I would have did was like, listen, none of y'all record this. I
I would
want
I
no
would grab that
phones,
bitch's
no
phone
none
and
of
throw
that.
it in the water. You got me fucked.
Right,
And in today's world, you know shit goes viral left and right. Come on, man. What are we doing?
right, right. Like the person who posted this on social media or whatever for everything to get out. Oh yeah, we gonna have some words because now you fucking up his money. He just signed a 3 year, $69 million deal. You fucking up my money, man.
He's
I
Just
got
for
a
probably,
some.
question.
he's probably
Hey,
gonna
Rich,
get
can you do me a favor? Rich, can you look this up? Was he on that indictment when the Vikings got that huge party on the boat? Was he one of the
Oh,
players
that
on
was
that?
that was Beckham, dude.
Yeah, that was
No,
OBJ.
No, when Minnesota had like 22 players arrested because they had a big ass party on the boat and somebody had sex with the chick. Was he a
No,
player?
no, he wasn't. I know
Oh,
about that one.
that was Dante Culpepper in there. My bad.
No.
Yeah.
No.
My bad.
He wasn't on that one for that one.
You're
this is
pulling some
where
old
I
ass shit.
disagree with Jamal. Nobody fucking up he fucking up his own. Like, come on, bro. You know better. We all adults, man. You got to be smart. Don't put
There's not
yourself in them situations, right?
right. There's not a tweet that's out. There's not a tweet or a social media thing or any or a comeback that he can get him. He can get out of this one because it's on. It's out there now, brother. So
That
now your
Jamal,
whole thing to do is I don't know, man. I can't make up no
Jamal,
excuses
let
for
me
him on
use
this
you an
one.
example, right? Because you're a successful, you're a manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're
Mm-hmm.
doing pretty decent for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You call yourself living life in the right way for the most part, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you come see me at the dope house and my dope house gets raided and you're in there, is that my fault or is that your fault?
That's my fault
Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
you put yourself in the
You
wrong
put yourself
situation.
in that. You put yourself in that position, and now you
because
got
I was there because I
possibly.
That's
because
my
I was
cousin. I
there
left the can to get
Yeah,
some food, bars with sugar. Fuck out of here.
because I right exactly because I was there. I can tell the police all I want to. What I was there for. I was there, and there was drugs in the whole thing. So he gonna knock
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
because nobody gonna.
you have more to lose than the other person does.
Exactly. Now that one, yeah, now one person probably on that boat is richer than Stephon Diggs. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
probably his
And look what
boat.
happened.
That might be his boat. Like
That's what
shit.
I'm saying.
That is his goddamn. That ain't the hose boat.
I'm just saying though,
Call
like
me Big Daddy.
you put yourself in them predicaments. If you hang around the trash yard, you're going to become trash.
Well, I mean, if that's your boat, man, you need to have rules on who the hell can do what and how they
He
can do it.
had the shit. What you mean?
But my thing is, where's your boys or where's your entourage to make sure, like, hey, listen, we on here to have some fun. We about
We're
to
not
have some
recording.
drinks.
We're not
We gonna do,
recording
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? We gonna be
Yeah.
doing some shit on here.
He on there with 4 girls. What he need his dudes for? He had his mind right then. Shit. I'm just saying.
Hell, he
That's
had
fine.
Cardi B on that boat.
Oh shit.
Oh,
He's living life.
Again, you gotta know your surroundings, man. If that's your boat,
Is that
you
who
gotta
we're
be like,
recording?
hey, you gotta be like, hey, we're gonna have fun, but hey, no camera. Like, I don't
Was
want
Cardi
to.
B recording?
I wouldn't. No, I don't know,
Oh,
man.
that's fucked up. Damn, Cardi, why you gotta do him like that? It's messed up.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
I'm just a big believer, man.
This is why I question athletes, man, because like they're intelligent sometimes. Because I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're an
Exactly.
NFL player. You're gonna get busted by
That's
the
the
NFL
problem.
now.
That's the problem. At the end of the day, there's still people. It goes people in general, man.
But it's
People don't
intelligence, bro. It's intelligence, man. You're a professional
People
athlete.
think with the wrong head.
You live in the glass house, bro. You should know what's up.
There's still people at the end of the day.
Well, you're just very highly paid people.
Yeah, people who are rich, people who are rich like that think they're above the law and that nothing will happen to them and they won't get
See
caught.
what happens, because I guarantee
I
the
did
NFL
too.
gonna come down on his ass.
I did too.
guarantee you.
At one point, and I went to jail.
Or they're gonna drug test him every week. One of those two.
Oh, they'll do that. NFL probably doing random drug testing probably right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's like when a 45-year-old Tom Brady go throw for 400 yards, he gonna have a drug test at his locker as soon as he gets.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Well, this ain't nothing new.
and
Hey,
part of it,
Jamal runs for 100 yards out of nowhere. He gonna have a
And part
drug
of it-
test
and-
at
and
his
part
damn
of it-
locker.
and part of me makes me wonder, because Stefan's probably what, like 31 years old. Probably he's like he's in his 30s, right? He's like
You should, yeah.
he's on the back end of his career. We can all agree on that. Like coming off an ACL injury and all that stuff. Like, would he have done this when he was in his mid-20s? Hell to the no. He's not dumb. He's trying
Give
to
him
get
that much.
On this.
He's
Give him that much money. We'll see.
This
he's
is
trying
him.
to get he's trying to get another contract.
He's
like,
always
you
been
know-
a knucklehead.
But here's the thing. But there's a difference between being a knucklehead when you're in your mid-20s and nobody knows you and you're trying to get more money than being your late 30s coming off an ACL and in the last hurrah of your career. He probably don't give a fuck. He probably's like, you know what? I don't care. Like, my career's almost over anyways. Nobody wanted my ass. You know, like the Pages had to
You
take
still
a
need
shot
that retirement money, though. Fuck that.
You know what they say, right?
We still got money.
Money only enhances who you are.
Yes, sir, Dean King, sir.
You get more of that drug, you more of that, you think you're more of that. That's all the people say it all the time. Like, and I'm telling you, even though New England does need a healthy, decent Stephon Diggs, Mike Vrabel's not going to put up with that shit. And
Nope, he said
He
nope.
already said that he was aware of the video before they did sign him, so everything's cool. The New England Patriots, they got his back.
But they're gonna have a short. No offense, but they're gonna have
A short leash,
on
yeah.
him.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be on that extra shit.
Last
Last topic of the day.
putting up with this.
No, last topic of the day because I know it's gonna be a huge one.
Oh,
For me,
God.
they came out with a little bit of the college football schedule, and we know when the game of the year gonna be. What date? What time? Ohio State versus Michigan.
Oh, I thought you said Texas.
My screen just pop up like that.
I thought you said Texas.
No, we got that. We all beat Texas actually. But Rich, you ready? I know I'm ready. I can't wait for college football to start. November 29th at noon in the big house. Don't say 5. It ain't happening. It ain't happening this year, Rich. It ain't happening this year, Rich. Jamal, you feel like Ohio State lost a lot of pieces when losing to Michigan again?
See what with Ohio State, they don't with Ohio State, they just reload.
Exactly.
But that's their one Achilles heel. And I think now this is on coaching. This has nothing to do with the players. This has nothing to do with the players. The players are doing what they're supposed to do. It's the coaches now. If Ohio State's been favorites in every last one of these Ohio State Michigan games, and Michigan literally has been a tougher team and has punched them in the mouth. This ain't no physical thing. Yes, Ohio State may have the better players, but Michigan is beating them mentally also too. That's what they're doing. They're punking them.
It's a pride thing. It's a pride thing.
Yes.
They to play for last year, and they still won the game.
Because remember, think about this. Before Ryan Day even came along, all the wins that Ohio State was winning, they won like almost 8 or 9 in a row. And then all of a sudden now Ryan Day's coming here, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh well, shit, here we go. Michigan is now winning like was it 4 in a row now? Yeah, it's a big thing.
But in fairness, though, if you're a historian, that's how this series has been.
Yes,
it goes back and forth, both teams. Now,
my question:
Ohio State did go on a nice 20-year run.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, it is what it is.
Say it again.
But now the pendulum is starting.
You say it one time for me. How many years? 20? Oh, my bad.
That wasn't 20 straight, but y'all had a nice 20-year stretch. I think we only won 1 or 2.
From the Urban Meyer to the Jim Tressel days and stuff. Yeah, they had a pretty decent run. Ohio State had a pretty decent run. I think they lost probably like twice in that whole time during both of those coaches. But yeah, they had a pretty decent run with that and stuff. So yeah, I mean, hell. Go ahead.
My question when it comes to the series or this matchup this year is what quarterback is going to show up? Is it going to be Underwood, or is it going to be who's the quarterback going to be for us? Sayan, right? Sayan, is that his name?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
They got a couple.
Exactly. Nobody knows. Like these two quarterbacks are mysterious. Like nobody knows. Like what these quarterbacks are going to be about. So when this series when this game is coming on, we'll see what quarterback is balled out or made himself a name.
This is gonna be on coaching. I believe that this is where it's just gonna come down to is coaching. And I think honestly, if Brian Day doesn't do nothing on this one, he's gonna get the John Cooper treatment. Even though they just won a national title,
I disagree.
He might get the John Cooper treatment, man. But I got that. I got that.
Yeah.
But
I've asked
This is
Natalie and I've asked Bandit, who are both Ohio State fans, if they would be okay with in the next 3 years they
No.
win one more natty, but do not beat Michigan. And both of them said no, they would not be happy.
Hell no.
That's
No.
what it comes down to in this series.
Are you kidding? I take the Natty over beating Michigan. Shit.
Bro, I can't hear this shit no more.
Who gives a
I can't hear this shit.
Neil, all you gotta say is, you know what?
We won the
You know
national championship, and all I fucking hear is, you didn't beat Michigan. You didn't beat Michigan.
Well, this is. Well, this is.
You didn't beat Michigan. And fucking
Listen. I get it. The object of college football for most of these teams is to win the whole thing, to win a national championship.
Yeah.
But also for Ohio State, this is a pride thing too. Okay,
Yeah,
they want to hold.
I get it, but
it's a pride thing too.
But if you're a true fan, you'll take the rings over a rivalry anytime.
No.
This
series, coaches have been fired over it.
I'll take
Listen, I'm a Miami Hurricane alum, so that's the school I went to. So our thing was we beat Florida State. Okay, then after that, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody else. Go get his ass whooping too. So if you lose to your rival team,
you get fired.
but win the next, it happens. You lose to your rival team.
If Ryan Day didn't win the national championship last year, he would have been fired.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think they went into the college football playoff knowing that.
So I'm gonna spin it this way. So if you beat your rival and you don't win a national championship, that's still okay.
I think Ryan Day probably would have had. I think Ryan Day's job probably would have been. It still would have been safe, but because he beat Michigan.
Listen. Here's the thing.
It's tough.
Their goals every year is to set off fans to win the Big Ten, beat Michigan, win the conference playoffs, win the national championship.
I'm gonna say this. I hate everybody who says like, "Oh, we just need to fire this coach." Who's gonna be a better coach than Ryan Day as a recruiter and as the one that's brought into Ohio State? Who are you replacing him with? Give me a name.
Oh my
Give me
God.
a name.
Ryan Hartline, bro.
A receivers coach. You're replacing him with a receivers coach.
Ohio State has done nothing but brought out top A prospect receivers into the NFL. Hell yeah.
He's good at receivers, but is he going to be a good coach? That's my question.
You never know. You never know until you give him that chance.
You never know. But that's my argument, Neil, is that if your argument is a receivers coach who is a damn good recruiter, I'm not going to lie, he's a damn good recruiter, but is he a head coach? That's my question. If that's your answer of who's going to replace Ryan Day, you have no answer.
That's hard.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's not hard. It's not easy to find those kind of coaches, man. Like you can't fire every coach.
You got two coaches who are broadcasters who are not going to get back into coaching. So they both said that's enough of that.
NIL shit fucked that up.
It is not easy to find a coach that got you a championship. I'm telling you right now, man. It is not.
So what you gonna do? Bring somebody you gonna bring somebody else from the NFL to go down there and stuff like that to help? To do it. Well, we'll see what Bill Belichick. We'll see what Bill Belichick can do at North Carolina. That's gonna be that's a stretch.
The name I would give you, Neil, is James Franklin.
From Penn State.
Yeah, because with a better program, better recruiting base, he's a damn good coach. Penn State.
He was better off saying Kurt Franklin.
No, I like James Franklin, dude.
I like James Franklin too. He's cool.
James Franklin would be better if he had in a better program. He would be a better coach, I think. I think Penn State kind of their talent base is not as great as in Ohio State. You put him in Ohio State, that dude's recruiting. He's already got top 5 classes. He's a damn good coach. The defense would be legit. Like he would really make a mark on Ohio State. I promise you that, dude.
He can't beat Michigan.
But he could beat it with Ohio State.
How?
Penn State's not. Listen, Penn State doesn't recruit that good, man.
I disagree.
Okay, well, where did they finish in the top recruiting?
Well, Penn State usually recruits within state, and then they go.
They don't go outside.
Yeah, they recruit within the state. If because of the Pittsburgh, and then everybody else who doesn't go to Penn State, they go to the Pittsburgh Panthers or they do come to Ohio State or something like
State's a
that.
national brand, man. You're telling me James Franklin couldn't kill it in recruiting, just like
No, I'm not saying that. No, he can do it.
Oh, no,
I'm not saying
I
that
know.
at all.
I'm asking these other guys. I know what you're saying. Like
But
it all matters. It all matters where you land.
But I don't think.
If you can recruit, if you can coach, it don't matter where you go.
They're not going to let James Franklin go. I mean,
no. I'm just saying. But like, here's the thing: if Ryan Day did get fired, I promise you, James Franklin would be on that list of people they call. Because didn't the defensive coordinator go to Penn State already?
yes,
he did, right? Yeah, that was a lateral move. That wasn't
and
even
hell,
like
they might even
like a better move. It was a lateral.
They might even remember Ohio State probably was still looking to see who's available in the NFL too. Look at some offensive coordinator to see if there is. Hell, you got a few guys that's out there.
I think once Ryan Day won a championship, he gained himself some grace, man. I really do.
I think he gave him some. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Even if he loses to Michigan again, he's not gonna get fired.
No, he's gonna hear some grief though.
Oh, he'll hear grief. His ass ain't getting fired.
It's that time.
Good
night to you all your friends. Before we head out, man, Jamal, I'm gonna let you do the outro. You know.
All right. Well, you know me. Yeah, you know me. You can find me here, IG SportsFanz Podcast, NFL show, all throughout here, all on social media. So that's where you can find me at. So no doubt about it. So.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yes, sir. Man. Thank you for having me, man.
You know, I had to get some New York fan input, man. You know, you still my one pride brother, though. But let them know where they can find you at.
One ass cheek and 3 toes, man. We're on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Check us out. Talking a bunch of Lion stuff. Right now, we're doing our division debates. So right now, we got the AFC West this Sunday. So hopefully, we'll have some Raiders, Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs fans. So it should be fun. Yeah, but check us out, man. Like and subscribe. One ass cheek and 3 toes. Can't remember. Forget that name.
Every time you say that, bro, Rich, I'm with you. I laugh so hard, man. I be trying that.
That's the whole point, man. That's the
whole point.
That's the whole point.
Rich, man, let them know they can find you at, man.
Find me on X at Riggs928.
Sure.
Or on all these damn pods.
Oh, we got another show coming to y'all. Watch out for our college football show we're gonna have. It's just
there you go.
Based on the Big Ten, you feel me?
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.
It's great that people on mute too, motherfucker. Now, but
nice one, Neil.
I'm your boy Bandit, man. Y'all can find me here, man, and on Detroit Fan Report. You feel me? We on X, we on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Big shout out, man, to Natalie. You know, she couldn't be here tonight, man. You know, we still hold it down for you still my sister. I love you no matter what. On God. But with that said, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Rich, we don't care, bro. About 4-0, we just won the national championship, bro. Count the rings.
Hey, Neil.
Beat y'all.
Neil. Real talk, man. Sorry about your loss, man.
Oh, for sure, 100.
For sure, bro. For sure. RP.
No doubt.
From all day, every day. West Side Squad. But with that said, man, I'm Bandit, man. Catch us next week. You know how we do it. Peace out.
Go Knicks.